The challenge for today was to complete 1,000 pull-ups in 24 hours. And like a dummy, of course, I didn't even bother to check the weather forecast. And right after I started doing pull-ups, it proceeded to rain for 10 hours straight. So instead of giving up, I decided, you know what? I'll just do these pull-ups in the rain. So we got 24 hours to complete 1,000 pull-ups. I'm gonna go ahead and knock out the first 250 pull-ups. We're gonna start banging these reps out. So yep, that's the challenge for the day. 1,000 pull-ups in 24 hours.
Stop the burial, walking period, talking period, block the cereal. Stop the burial, walking period, talking period, block the cereal. Stop the burial, walking period, talking period, block the cereal. Stop the burial, walking period, talking period, block the cereal. Stop the burial, walking period, talking period, block the cereal. Stop the burial, walking period, talking period. Okay.
Just did the first 100 pull-ups, felt pretty easy. I normally do 100 pull-ups at the beginning of all my workouts at the gym, so I knew the first 100 wasn't gonna be too bad, even though I hate pull-ups. I feel like I got some extra long arms. So 100 down, another 900 reps to go. And of course, like usual, every time I come back here, I always forget my dang on bug spray. I'm back here getting tore up by mosquitoes. If any of y'all live in the South or y'all live in Georgia, you guys know it's mosquitoes everywhere. Luckily, it rained earlier, so that kind of cleared out a little bit of the mosquitoes. So the world record for most pull-ups in 24 hours is 7,660 pull-ups completed in about 21 hours by Brandon Tucker. Now, Brandon Tucker is somebody I've actually connected with and talked to on Instagram. He lives only 100 miles south of where I live at. So I stay in Atlanta and he lives in Fort Benning, Georgia. I think this challenge was popularized by none other than David Goggins. If you've read his books by David Goggins, he talks about breaking the world record for most pull-ups, and for that challenge he had to do 4,000 pull-ups in one day. So even though we're not gonna get close to the new world record, 1,000 pull-ups will put me at about 1/4 of the previous world record. And for these pull-ups, I was trying to pace myself. Those first 100 pull-ups I did, I was doing sets of 10. Now we have gone down to sets of 5 pull-ups at a time. And I'm gonna keep on cranking out these 5 pull-ups at a time until we get done. Okay, so we just finished the first 250 pull-ups. Wasn't that bad. We're about to take a quick break. So until then, hasta luego. So you guys see that we have run into a problem with the day. It's been raining and I don't want the camera equipment to get wet. Today, I think most people would just say, oh, it's raining. Let me go ahead and, just, try again tomorrow or whatever. But hey, I said I was doing 1,000 reps today and we're gonna do 1,000. So we came out here to this nice pavilion on the basketball court. And I'm gonna go ahead and try to bang out 250 reps of pull-ups on the basketball rim.
Block Uncle Sam, come here. Walking period, talking period, block the cereal. Stop the burial, walking period, talking period, block the cereal. Stop the burial, walking period, talking period, block the cereal. Stop the burial, walking period, talking period, block the cereal. Stop the burial, walking period, talking period, block the cereal. Stop the burial, walking period, talking period, block the cereal. Stop the burial, walking period, talking period, block the cereal. Stop the burial, walking period, talking period.
Okay, so we did 70 pull-ups on the basketball goal, and my fingertips cannot take any more pull-ups on the basketball goal. So we're gonna go over to the playground. I'm gonna just put the camera underneath the umbrella, and we're gonna do the rest of these pull-ups in the rain. And then after that, we'll be halfway done for the day. Halfway done. When you go out and you try to do something that's really challenging, I find that a certain level of discomfort becomes enjoyable at some point. And at this point, the challenge actually had become very fun at this point. I always love doing this kind of difficult stuff. It almost felt like I was in a movie scene. Growing up watching movies and people do cool stuff, this was definitely a bridge between my life and stuff I see on the big screen. So halfway done, and we out of here. Okay, after the first 250, I said I was taking a nap, and instead I went home and played StarCraft 2. But right now, we definitely going home and taking that nap. All right, so now we come to the final portion of the day. I have to complete 525 pull-ups, and luckily, I'm still able to crank out sets of 5, no problem. I'm still going through sets of 5, so I cranked out the first 50, and now I'm faced with a new obstacle, and that new challenge is boredom. Honestly, I was extremely bored and extremely tired, just mentally. To take my mind off the pull-ups, I started watching a movie. So I put on Southpaw, a movie about boxing. And then to distract my mind even more, I started doing some yoga. I started doing some stretches. Anything to get my mind off of these pull-ups. I should have just brought my PS5. You know, if I was doing this again, next time, if I was doing this challenge again, I would have just brought my PS5 to the gym. And would have just been playing the game in between sets, because I like the boredom was, yeah, the boredom was like the #1 obstacle about getting this challenge done. Now at this point, I stopped doing sets of 5 and I just started doing sets of 1. So you can see me do 1 rep and then kind of just walk it off. I have about 100 pull-ups left. I finished the first boxing movie, then I put on another boxing movie with Tom Hardy called Warrior. And now you can see I've moved to some new pull-up bars, and I'm just continuing to hit 1 pull-up at a time, determined to, you know, kind of just coast through the remainder of these pull-ups. And at this point, my left bicep started to hurt really bad, like some sharp pain was going through my left bicep, so I had to go back to doing pull-ups. The chin-ups was taking out too much of my bicep. So as you can see right here, I'm wrapping up some of my last reps, and then I finally did it. I finally hit my 1,000, and at this point, I was extremely happy to be done with doing pull-ups for the day. After about 6 hours of just pull-ups nonstop, it was finally over. You can just see how happy I look on my face. And until next time.